Hey, what's up, y'all? Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you may be watching in the world. Alex here. It's a cloudy Saturday this time. Yesterday was really nice, but we did get a little bit of rain, not much, but last night. But now it's just a typical cloudy day here in the east side of Toronto. I am right next to Pape subway station on line 2. And yes, I did just get out of the subway. It only took me just 35 minutes to get here from my place. Not bad. And here is Pape Avenue. We're just a block north of Danforth Avenue behind me in the Greektown district. And I'm going to avoid Danforth Avenue since I just filmed a walking video on that street over a week ago. And I even filmed the Northern Elevator in this building. Well, you know me. I repeat downtown way too freaking much. I easily run out of ideas. I know I've been saying it so much, but it feels like, I cover the same streets over and over again. So I decided to go out to East York today. Well, actually, no, we're still in Old Toronto, but eventually we'll be in East York. And we're just going to meander around a little bit. And then I texted Sapan to ask him, because, every Saturday he goes live. I asked him where and when he's going to start, so he said 4 p.m. at Yonge Dundas Square. So I don't know if I'll make it there on time, but I'm not far from downtown either way, so we'll see where we can end this off. And I'll find a way to get downtown, of course. I could either take the streetcar or the subway again. Again, this all depends on where I finish. And today is Saturday, May the 3rd, 2025. It's just around 2:50 p.m., 13 degrees Celsius, so the sweater is just perfect today. Another reason why I wanted to make this video is because, I was inspired by a fellow vlogger, also from Toronto, Ready Eddie, who lives near the Danforth. I was watching his rainy live stream from around here. I believe Eddie lives near the Danforth. And he was walking various streets. He even checked out the Centennial College campus on Mortimer Avenue. I don't know if we'll be passing by there today, but again, I don't know where the hell I'm gonna go, but we are heading north right now, and then maybe I'll just walk a few side streets. Maybe the next one I see, I'll make a right. It might be Selkirk. And yesterday was a pretty tiring day because I went far. I went to Newmarket. I took the GO bus there. I went to Upper Canada Mall, grabbed lunch, filmed an elevator, filmed a bus ride, and then a walking video in Newmarket. And then I was contemplating if I should take the GO bus back to Highway 407 or take the Viva bus, which would be a long-ass ride, and that's exactly what I did, because as soon as we pulled into Newmarket Terminal, the Viva bus was there, so I immediately hopped on it, and it departed right away. So I made it just in time, and I was able to get a video out of that, too. But, of course, the ride would take at least an hour and a half, which it did, because I did time it on my phone. Very long ride, but it's also pretty scenic. Of course, my ass was kind of hurting, because, I've been sitting down for like 90 minutes straight. But even though the ride was scenic, I'm not taking that. I'm not going all the way down again. It was interesting, but it would have been better for me to take the GO bus. But also, I was running low on Presto funds. So while I was on the yellow route heading to the Newmarket Terminal, I did. This is Murray Avenue. Why don't we go over for another block? Let's find Woody Crest, and that'll take us north. And then, I'm gonna take the faster way from now on, because I could have been home much earlier if I did take the GO bus. But I went down to Finch, and then the subway to Eglinton, and hopped on line 5, and I arrived home. So, yeah, pretty tiring journey, but I got a lot of stuff done. Hey, look, there's a CN vehicle here. Canadian National. Here's Eden Avenue. Okay, we are still in Old Toronto. but we're very, very close to East York. Actually, I think we might be on the borders. Okay, we'll find Woody Crest another time. Let's just head north up. Eden Avenue, yes. I just said it. And as soon as I came home, I saw that Johnny was live. He returned from Japan and Thailand. So I was watching a bit of his stream. Ken was also live, Vasily as well. In fact, Vasily's live again, but he's with Liam on the islands. Although I would prefer to go to the islands on a very clear day. Because last time I went, it was foggy as hell, but then it cleared up. So it was still a good trip, but I kept saying to myself I wanted to head back there by myself, but I never did, and I never even found the time. So we're gonna try and go again as we're pretty much halfway through spring. Temperature is not so bad right now. Again, as I said, it's 13 degrees Celsius. And of course, we're past voting day. Still in these very, very uncertain times ahead, especially the orange man down south. His fucking clueless leader. It's always gone on our nerves. He's the craziest freaking president of the United States ever. Look, here's Aldwych Avenue. This modern house here. But it was in the news that Carney's going to visit Trump at the White House next week, or actually on Tuesday. And then their majesties are coming here to Canada to open up Parliament. So the king is going to make his throne speech. So although some people don't really give a shit about the king and queen, I mean, they're part of our constitutional roots, our sovereign identity. So I think it's going to be a big deal. Hey, there's another squirrel. He just dashed out of there. So let's see how this minority government plays out. I know a lot of y'all are tired of the Liberals. Me too, I am. However, Carney is way more educated and smarter than Trudeau. I like him way better than that guy. But this government has to change, seriously. They really do. Okay, finally, here's Woody Crest. Notice I'm just taking a zigzag. This is a typical East York neighborhood. This is the smallest borough in Toronto. And of course, years before I was born, it used to be its own city, just like York, where I'm from. Oh, we're gonna go the other side because two girls walking their dog. It looks like that's Dawnlands over there. Well, I am still motivating myself to go out as much as I can every day because, I love doing what I do. I'm off school now, looking for jobs. Not all the time I am in a pleasant mood. Hey, look, there's some cherry blossoms. Last week, it was a very fucking shitty week for me, especially. Like, I was feeling so down, depressed, anxious. When I'm neurodivergent, like I'm autistic, as you guys know, I feel so much pain. It's just unbearable at times. And then sometimes I act crazy and whatever. But autistic people are very well known to be anxious most of the time. And you know me, I am a very sensitive guy. We're going to keep going along here to the next street. But I think really going out, even though I am at risk to anything, so I could get in trouble right now. I could encounter a criminal who's probably been out on like friggin' bail. But no, this is what I love to do. Even I make money from this, but But also, Johnny mentioned in his video this morning, I think it was his first video he made since he arrived back from his trip. He's saying that maybe he's questioning himself if the so-called walk tubing is dead, even though I hate using that term, because he said like video like views are not high enough, and you know the algorithm can be a bit finicky, and the advertising, and then of course the stupid orange man, of course. And there's another squirrel you can see here. Yeah, she's just going about her business. But also, it seems like my transit videos aren't really getting that much, even though they really attract a lot of views, because a lot of my subscribers are like transit enthusiasts, and not all the videos seem to be getting the likes I've expected. Like some of them reach like 5 or 6. The elevator videos are, I mean, they could be much worse, but sometimes it reaches more like 50 views, and then that's it. And then my buddy Yoshi is wondering, you know, how could he obtain the watch hours so he can get monetized and stuff like that. And same thing with Vasily. Well, I'm not sure if he's already monetized. I mean, he goes live pretty much every other day, and he has way more, and now he has more subscribers than me. So it's really just all, I think it really all like factors out. I mean, sure, I mean, I make money from this. It's good. Not great, but it's good enough. But I think the fact that that Johnny, you know, asks himself, you know, if you know, walking videos are the new norm, I'm not gonna stop doing what I like to do, of course, because this is what makes me good. Here's Dewhurst Boulevard. Look at that! Wow! That's crazy. Not crazy, but that's stunning though. As we're on Kings Park Boulevard, I'm gonna go to Hyde Park maybe in like 2 days. Check out the cherry blossoms, which have reached its peak bloom. That is one huge tree. Yeah, I think the factors that come into play is the algorithm, the advertising, or the advertisers, and most of which are based in the United States, and of course they're being impacted because of this stupid man's tariffs. What do you know? We've reached Mortimer Avenue. All right, we'll go over to Dawnlands, and then we'll go up a bit. But yeah, again, I really enjoy what I love to do and stuff like that. Especially when it comes to letting out all the, you know, venting and stuff. Again, as I said before, I mean, I like to hate on things, but we all gotta try and be positive. Because, you know, as I just said, I had a shitty week last week, and even one of my inspirations, Retro Old School. I was watching his walking video this morning. You know, a lot of times, you know, you feel depressed or stuff like that. You have Asperger's or whatever. Like, the feelings hit you hard. And even Elton has said logic has gone out the window because times are different than what it was way before I was born, right? Like Elton's an adult, so like a full-grown adult, and you know, I think he sees things way differently than me. But I kind of, well, I'm not sure what the right word is, but we kind of almost have the same traits, right? Because, you know, I get emotional, I'm a sensitive guy, and You know, things are not what it was before. Even though I am a Zoomer and he's a Gen Xer, I'm not trying to compare people, of course, as we're now at Donlands Avenue. But yeah, unfortunately, there's just so much in life, especially the times we're in, the politics, and what the stupid orange fuckers doing to us. That also plays a factor, and even Elton was talking about that in his video. Again, check him out, Retro Old School. He really inspired me to make YouTube videos. That's pretty much why I have one now, right? So, yeah. There's the 62 Mortimer bus. Or actually, instead of going on Mortimer, let's head up Donlands. We'll see where the next street is. And then I'll make a right, and then maybe we'll finish off at Cosburn. And then, perfect, I can probably just take the 87 to Broadview Station. And then I could take the 505 streetcar. We'll see how busy it is downtown. Especially at the Eden Center, where I go to like all the freaking time. Typical bungalows here in East York, built sometime in the 50s or 60s. Obviously, we're in a post-war suburban neighborhood. Well, this may look like the suburbs to you, but not really, is it? We'll make a right here on whatever street this is. And look, 51 Leslie buses stop here now. No longer the 56 Lee side. Because of the Line 5 service changes. Got bus routes around the city reorganizing themselves. Hey, we got a FedEx electric vehicle here. The 56 Lee side was it was a pretty good scenic route, not bad, but going along Eglinton was a pain in the ass. But I'm gonna do the 51 soon when after Life 5 is open. Oh, here's the Holy Cross Catholic School. Look at that, eh? I've seen these a couple times. That's not very often, but they've been around for a few years. Because, you know, everybody wants to have a sustainable planet. And that's why they're investing in, freaking electric vehicles. But I still can't stand those fucking cyber trucks. And yet they're being recalled. So, I'm sorry. I can't with these ugly things. And I hear another, well, it's a hybrid vehicle coming my way. Yes, they're quieter, they're smooth, but they're not even made to last long. They're not even built to last or anything, because you got to keep charging more. I mean, I'm not a vehicle expert, but again, I was mentioning Elton McFall. He's very, very into old cars, especially, and he's very critical of EVs and stuff. So I would take it from him because he's the car expert, not me, but I don't trust that street, sorry. We're gonna go to the next one. Oh, by the way, this is Memorial Park Avenue. These bungalows are cute. They're too small though. I mean, my mom used to live in one, same with my dad. I'd rather just live in a regular home with like 2 stories. You know, these semi-detached homes or whatever. They're more good for my liking. You get more space. I mean, I wouldn't mind living around here, but all you got is bungalows. And same thing in York. Even though I mean, I never lived in a bungalow in my life, but my mom did, so did my dad. Oh, this is Saint Hubert. Or Saint Hubert, if you want to be French. When I think of that, I always think of the Quebec chain of chicken restaurants, very similar to Swiss Chalet. I really like their poutine. Okay, next time we go to Montreal, we're having that. Sapan just texted me. I'm gonna respond to his message right after the video. Oh, look at that! We have another cherry blossom tree. Oh, that's so beautiful. Like I said, the real deal to see them is at High Park. Again, careful if you don't like crowds, don't go. But it's gonna be very busy at High Park because the cherry blossoms is what really attracts visitors to High Park. Even Trinity Bellwoods and University of Toronto, both Robarts Library and the Scarborough campus. But in my opinion, the best place to see it is at High Park. And I've been going there since I was like a little kid. Or actually, probably since high school, yeah. When my mom and I used to go. And Yoshi brought up the idea of him, Sapan, and I, and Alicia of going, so. Although I've yet to receive a text from her. Because she is at work right now. But we are going to see each other at least twice before she leaves for Thailand. But check out the shorts she made when she was there yesterday. And we made it to Greenwood Avenue. And Cosburn. And that is where I'm going to wrap things up. We just did a long walk in my books from Pape Station, Pape and Danforth. And now up to quiet East York. Hey, thank God there's no Game 7 tonight. The Maple Leafs are on to the second round, like I said. They defeat the Ottawa Senators in Game 6 on Thursday. Ah, shit. That was the bus I wanted. Ah, fuck me. Unless I can go back to Donlands and hop on the 51. But yeah, well, Game 1, Leafs versus the defending champs, Florida Panthers, Monday night. Can't wait. But it's going to be a very tough series because we're coming in as the underdogs. Okay, guys, I've dragged this on for way too long. I'm going to end this video now. Guys, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Stay tuned for more videos. Check out my others as well. I'll see you guys on my next one. Take care. Adios. Go Leafs, go. Elbows up. And be well. Bye-bye.